Oh, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new series on my channel. And today we're starting our adventure in my team. We've owned our own F1 team called Aiden Jackson F1 team, and we are going to be bringing Aiden Jackson back to Formula 1 from the Breaking Point story mode. And yeah, we're going to be giving him a ride in Formula 1 alongside Christian Lundgaard as a teammate. So here we are just going through all the settings and making sure everything is perfect.
First things first, let's create your driver.
So now that we have set up all our drivers and well, not drivers, driver, just going through all the podium stuff and making sure everything is perfect for this career mode series. Doing the victory radio call. We're not going to win the race this season unless something crazy happens, like 15 cars DNF or something. And now we need to choose a livery, and we're going to be using the official livery for Aiden Jackson. I might change it up midway through the season, so we can put sponsors on it, because you can't on this version of the car. And any other custom liveries you can't put sponsors on them. Sorry, which is really annoying. I don't know why Codemasters did that. And yeah, so this series is going to be a good one, and I'm looking forward to it.
Some sponsors offer a larger signing bonus up front. Some offer more weekly income. The better we perform, the more our level will go up as the team gains more acclaim. Doing this will increase the income from our sponsors.
So now we have to choose our sponsor, and we're going to go with, I think it's Monyo Paris. And we're going to choose the Ferrari engine, as it's, I don't know what is most expensive, even though it's not the best performance. Should have gone with Mercedes, but I like the sound of Ferrari more than Mercedes. And there's only 3 Ferrari powered cars on the grid as well, so yeah, we have to put up with Ferrari for the rest of the season. And yeah, let's get into this career mode season. And now we're going to choose our teammate, which is going to be Christian Lundgaard. He has a relatively good driver rating, experience, racecraft, awareness and pace. And overall, he's going to be a solid teammate until he can sign someone better. I think I'm going to go with Mick Schumacher as our next teammate when our contract runs out with Christian. But now it's time to head to the paddock pass with Will Buxton.
Hello folks, and welcome to this, a very special edition of Paddock Pass. As you can see, there's no pit lane behind me, and as you can hear, no roar of engines, and that's because they've set me free from the F1 paddock to escape here to the countryside and to the headquarters of Formula One's newest team. Now, it's not every day we get to pull back the curtain and look behind the scenes at an F1 team. Rarer still that we get to talk not only to the team owner, but also the team's lead driver. But what makes this place extra special is that the owner and lead driver are one and the same person. Now, it's been an interesting 12 months, and we all know a number of the regulation changes which were due to come into effect this year have been delayed until next. Some, though, are still seeing the light of day, amongst them the all-important budget cap, which gives some of the smaller teams a little further down the order, potentially, the opportunity to compete with the bigger teams. Good for them, but great for us as viewers. But what does our new team owner think about these new rules? Do they see them as a challenge, a hurdle that needs to be overcome? Perhaps they see them as an opportunity to disrupt the status quo, a chance to come out swinging and to carve their name into Formula One history. Well, I had the opportunity to ask them these very questions just earlier today, and here's what they had to say. Well, first of all, thanks so much for inviting us here today. It's been wonderful to see behind the scenes. As you might expect, I've got about 1 million questions, so let's jump straight in. It's been a long time since we last saw a team owner take their own car onto the track, and the sport's changed enormously in the intervening years. How are you going to handle the responsibilities of both managing and driving for a Formula One team? Let's talk about your teammate. Now, it's clear they're excited to have signed with you, but tell me, what is it that you think they bring to the team? So you've obviously been putting a lot of work into the car. I know it's early days, but how do you expect it to feel out there? Most of the other teams can boast years of experience in Formula One. Where do you see the opportunities to make those vital performance gains you need to put you within reach of the other cars? Ultimately, your success this season is going to come down to whether you can take positions from the other drivers. What is it about your car that's going to give you that edge in those battles? And finally, with so many specialist departments working together here at your headquarters, and with such an important deadline coming up, who's getting that coveted Teacher's Gold Star? Which group do you feel the most proud of right now? Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been wonderful to get an insight from you and, of course, to see around the headquarters. Thank you for today. Really appreciate it. And thank you all at home for watching as well. We'll see you very soon.
So now we are in the team HQ. We are about to reveal the AJ01 or Aiden Jackson F1 Team 01, as it's our first season F1, and now we are just adding some activities to the timeline. Fortunately, we can only do the pre-season merchandise sale, and we are going to whack on some aerodynamic upgrades for the R&D, as we have 1000 R&D points. And yeah, we're going to have to try and grind for the R&D points, so I'm just going to do that one. And now it's time that we go back to the overview screen, and there's just looks. So yeah, now you have to go back to the overview screen, and it's time to reveal the AJ01 ahead of pre-season testing in Barcelona. So there it is then, the brand new AJ01 Aiden Jackson F1 team car. And we are out here in Barcelona in the morning session. Just getting some laps in on the hard tyres, doing some race runs. Max out fuel. And you can see here we've had to have a bit of an off. We're going to bring out the first red flag of the session. And we lose our front and left suspension, I think that is. And there's the yellow flag, and it's going to transition over into the red flag, which is unfortunate. It's going to cost us a bit of money, and yeah, so that's a shame. And here's some more highlights from the afternoon session. And Lewis Hamilton, testing out Mercedes on the mediums, loses the car, bringing out the second yellow flag of the day. But he gets going again, and it transitions back into the green flag. And you can just see here the replay on the onboard. It just locks up and gets too much oversteer. On cold tyres maybe. And yeah, so now we're going to transition back to the team HQ. We're going to advance to the final time and head into the season opener, round 1, the 2021 Formula 1 season in Bahrain.
Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.